All right, HubSpot users, I'm super excited because we're about to partner up. And you might wonder what that means. But don't worry, because here in a second, we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Are you a HubSpot user looking for fun and interactive education that helps you be better at HubSpot? Then welcome to Sprocket Talk. All right, like I said, we're going to get this party started. We're going to partner up, and today I am really excited to introduce to you Kevin. Kevin, why don't you go ahead and explain, not that they don't already know. They know, but go ahead and explain who you are, what you do, and who you do it for.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first, George, thanks for having me. Super excited to be joining you today. But for all the folks at home, my name is Kevin Dunn. I'm one of the inbound professors with HubSpot Academy. And kind of my core area of expertise, we'll say, is agency content, right? So a lot of the professors in Academy own products or tools, but I get the pleasure of creating agency content.
Which is a pleasure because, hey, listen, the agency folks out there, they're the ballers. They're the people in the trenches, and we need some help. All of us need help. Actually, every human being on the planet probably needs some help, but that's a different episode that we should probably have. Kevin, let's start very kind of, and I really feel like the viewers, the listeners should know we're going to start very high level. We're also going to be talking to mainly 3 different types of people. Those folks who have been HubSpot partners for like eons, since Moses and Noah and like Jesus walked the earth. Those people who might just be new to the HubSpot partner, and even people who like, what is HubSpot? What is HubSpot partnership? We're an agency, but I don't know. We're going to be talking to all 3 of those types of folks. We're going to be talking high level. So let's go ahead and dive in and start this journey with like just in general, 50,000 foot view. What the heck is the HubSpot Partner Program?
Yeah, I feel it feels like a pretty valid place to start. And I think what's really exciting about HubSpot these days is that term partner has certainly evolved over the years, right? So I think in a traditional sense, we've always considered the partner program to be the program in which we have agency partners, but even agency partners expanded, right? We've had traditional marketing agencies, but now we have an entire program dedicated to our sales partners. We have universities and colleges out there that we consider part of our education partner program, and then we also have the other technologies and tools out there as part of our Connect program. So it's very much an evolved term, but I think to reel it in the more traditional sense, and probably our largest program would be the agency partner program, right? So I guess, George, to your initial question, that's the program here at HubSpot that we find agencies or businesses that want to grow by providing exceptional or remarkable inbound services, right? Marketing, sales, customer experience, or customer service, and they want to deliver those services to their customers and make them more successful and help them grow on their customers or client subscription to HubSpot.
Nice, Kevin. Let's go ahead and do this because I want to talk historically, and I really want the partners to understand kind of the value that will be being provided or has been being provided. So let's just start with historically, what has been offered to the agency partner program, and why would somebody who is either just starting to get involved or isn't involved yet, like why would they want to get involved with the agency program?
Yeah, George, I think it starts with some of the consultancy and some of the points of contact you get at HubSpot. So I think they're the ones that drive probably the most value in regards to the partnership. So every new partner or every new agency that comes on board, they get a channel consultant, or a CC as we call them, and then a channel account manager, or a CAM, right? Those 2 acronyms. The CAM, they're your consultant, they're your point of contact to help you prospect, help you sell on how to close more deals for your agency, right? Once you're able to bring on a customer or a client onto HubSpot and you sign them onto a retainer or some sort of services with your company, your channel consultant helps you really refine that menu of services, right? Like, what are we going to offer them? But then they also help coach you through the actual delivery and execution of those services within HubSpot. So I would say historically, it starts with those 2 points of contact, right? But it certainly goes beyond that as well, especially for those partners that tend to grow and excel and find success in the program. There's a number of benefits. Obviously, you're probably familiar with our agency directory. You're familiar with our beta program. There's some partner-exclusive content in the Learning Center. There's partner-exclusive events in all of our offices and at Inbound. So especially for those agencies looking to grow, there's certainly a tremendous amount of value to find.
Yeah, and I don't know about you viewers, listeners, but to me, that means there's a crap ton of value. You might want to rewind that. Actually, if you listen, there is a way to help you sell more. And then when you sell more, there's a way for you to actually understand the micro, kind of the idiosyncrasies, if you will. Is that a Scrabble word? I don't know. Of
a lot of points if it is.
Yeah, it is. Of being an actual like person in the trenches because... And by the way, as I'm talking to Kevin from HubSpot Academy, I'm going to say, if you watch the videos, you'll learn a lot, but having that real human in the moment, being able to touch base on like, yo, I just got this curveball. I don't even know what to do. Like, have you seen this before? That is priceless. But back to the HubSpot Academy part of this, Kevin, I want to talk about, and really a lot of the main reason why we're on here today is that there's something fresh brewing. There's some changes happening. And maybe talk to the viewers and listeners about what is being updated with the HubSpot Agency Partner Program.
Yeah, so from an academy perspective, from a training and education perspective, there's like a major, I'd say maybe a renewed focus on partner enablement. So we want all of the partners within our partner community to be more successful. We know that marketing and sales and customer service, it's an ever-changing landscape. HubSpot is obviously creating new products, updating old products, and so we want to make sure that our partners are in an ideal position to become familiar with these products, to become experts on these products, and then make sure that they're carrying great execution over to their clients' accounts. So from an academy perspective, there's some certifications and tracks that we've both updated and created net new, right? So our agency partner certification, it's one of the requirements to become one of our tiered partners. Just about 6 weeks ago, we relaunched an entire revamped, updated version of that certification that was directly influenced by the feedback we got from partners and some of the data we got from the original version. Obviously happy to dive into that. And we actually launched a brand new track. It's a brand new course, 8 lessons called Guided Client Onboarding. So if we have some partners listening into today's episode, they might be familiar. GCO, that might be an acronym that they've heard before. But really the gist of it, we want partners that are new to bringing on clients to HubSpot to have an absolute remarkable onboarding program, and they build this scalable, repeatable process for delivery and providing great services.
Yeah, so agency partners are people who are thinking about being agency partners. We started out with a crap ton of value. Now we see that it's being updated and there's more. And I do, Kevin, want to talk about right now the more. And what I mean by that is what tools are now versus historically being offered that you want to let the viewers and listeners know about right here, right now.
Yeah, so maybe the one I'm most excited about, and I don't want to take any credit away from them, but this is the one I'm very the most excited about. So it's a series of videos that we're calling Demo Like a Pro. And what's super cool about these, they're actually training and content that's being delivered to all of HubSpot sales reps globally. And we're actually repurposing that so our agency partners get the exact same type of training. And these roll out for every new product update or every new product lease that comes down the pipeline. And so it's break down what a typical Demo Like a Pro video would look like. It starts with an overview of the product or the update. What are the new features? What are some things you have to keep in mind in regards to pricing and things like that? It then talks through the target persona. So who would be a fit for this tool or this update? What are their typical challenges or pain points, and how can this help solve that? So it helps our partners really nail the narrative or tell the story in regards to the new product. And then it actually transitions into a point-and-click demo. So you're going to get the same training, the same tips and tricks that all of HubSpot sales reps get in regards to demoing these tools. So again, we're really just trying to put partners in the best position possible to bring on new business for their agency.
Yeah, and I gotta stop right there. Partners, and I know this because we have conversations. We have all talked about how HubSpot is becoming a beast, and not in a bad way, but in a good way. Meaning, when some of us started, right, this was a marketing tool. It was like a blog and a little bit of an email, and all of these things kept adding. Now it's a marketing, it's a sales, it's a service. It really is just a full-fledged platform to run your business on. And And you sometimes have to sit back and wonder to yourself, how am I supposed to keep up on all of this? How am I supposed to be able to demo this to potential customers? Because I want to sell it. I mean, shoot, that's part of why we're partners, right? Is to be able to sell it and make some money. And these demo like a pro, they just excite me. So here's the thing. Let's chat with like the OGs, right? They could be original gangsters. You know, when I use OG, I just say old guy, like the old guys in the room. But like,
Gotcha.
what is changing for them? Because obviously, some of these older, agency partners might be like a little bit higher level, the diamonds or the golds or the platinums, or so. I know some of this stuff might be tiered, it might not be tiered. But what does that look like for folks who have done this and they're like, I've demoed this thing 1,000 times, Kevin. Like, how I know there's got to be value, but I want to get through that mindset. So help us out there a little bit, Kevin.
Yeah, for sure. And so, when we talk about these partners that have been around for a while, the OGs, I think at the top of the episode, you call them the ballers, right? And so I think they've achieved that status for a reason. And so I think it's my responsibility as the agency professor and Academy's responsibility at large to keep these folks as the absolute masters in regards to HubSpot, the inbound methodology, and again, the changing landscape. So I think not only is the Demo Like a Pro content going to keep them at the forefront, at the cutting edge of all of these changing methodologies and products and tools, but it's actually being paired with beta access for all of these new products, right? So, George, as you may know, all of our Gold Plus partners, you're getting access to these tools before the general public, and that's built in programmatically. Like, it's not any one-offs. There's no approval process for that. We're getting our top-tier partners the beta access. So by the time it does roll out to their clients and customers, and there's going to be questions coming in, you've already mastered it. You understand how to work it navigationally. You understand the pain points and challenges. And from an agency perspective, you already are starting to think about, well, here are the services, here are the new levers we can pull for revenue, here's how we can spin a customer renewal or a play for retention. So I would say to your question, George, not only the Demo Like a Pro content, I think that'll be super valuable, but it's paired with that beta access for all these upcoming products and launches.
Yeah, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I'm going to for a hot second. I want to dive just a little bit deeper. We've kind of got a couple levels in here. I want to dig in a little bit deeper on the Demo Like a Pro, and I want to talk about and have you talk about why it's so useful to partners and when they're trying to sell HubSpot. And really, I want you to get a little bit specific, Kevin. I want you to think the service tool. It's the newest offering. It's the thing that most of us partners know the least about. There's already freaking HubSpot updates coming out about the new tool. So you got to learn the new tool, know how to demo the new tool, and pay attention to the updates of the new tool. And what I want you to kind of pair that service tool and Demo Like a Pro, and then pair that with like keeping your customers or potential customers in you as an agency's sales funnel. Or the other option is them becoming a HubSpot possible lead. Yeah. Anyway, talk us through that a little bit.
Well, yeah. So I think too, the Demo Like a Pro is like, this doesn't just have to be for net new business and client acquisition for our agencies, right? I think to your example with the Service Hub, I feel like this presents the perfect opportunity for an upsell or a whole new menu of services that you might not have been able to offer in the past, right? Maybe been able to offer them, but not so tightly connected and synced with the rest of your HubSpot efforts, right? So something like the Service Hub, right? Like, we understand where the market's going. Marketing has become harder, right? Search engine results, it's harder to be found. Organic posts on social are declining in reach. And so we have to think of a new way to market, right? And so Service Hub allows to identify the customers that are our brand advocates, that are the happiest, and then we can actually use that data to create brand advocates, right? Is that the referral network? Is that case study network, right? Can we create that content? And so some of this storytelling actually appears in the current, the Service Hub Demo Like a Pro video. And to your note about upcoming updates, right, we can imagine that there's going to be new features and new announcements regarding the Service Hub at Inbound. And so we'll have another Demo Like a Pro to capture all of that too. So you're staying up to date with changing narratives, updated functionality, new tools. But again, I mean, we're telling you the story just to make sure that you can use it for net new client acquisition and just to make sure that you're delivering the best services to your existing customers as well.
Yeah, I love the fact that we're already focused on, and when I say we're, it's not me, like I don't have a mouse in my pocket, but it's like you guys at HubSpot Academy are focused on, we're going to have to keep these updated. It's an ever-changing platform. It always has been. It probably always will be. I can never see a day where HubSpot stops just kind of iterating and modifying what we need to do as marketing, sales, and service professionals. So yeah. I'm glad. I wanted to talk to the OGs first, the ballers, the guys that are like going to high five me, at partner day or at inbound. But I also want to talk to those folks who are really net new to the game. They're listening to this. They're not sure what the HubSpot agency partner is. They hear these tools. Demoing scares the crap out of them. So maybe there's even like a smaller step that they take. And so the new tools that are coming out, like how does that help partners who are just getting started in this inbound marketing game?
Yeah, so I feel Academy's responsibility for this set would be to solve that drinking out of a fire hose problem, right? Like if you open up Learning Center, if you look to see what content HubSpot has to offer, like there's going to be a ton, right? And you can take this any which way or any certain path, and there's going to be a ton to find there. And so basically for our agencies, we want to just give you all of the pieces and allow you to craft the puzzle that's going to make the most sense for you, right? So if we wanted to actually move to the other product, I feel like this is going to fit into this pretty well. We're calling them bookend videos. And I actually want to put the question out there to anybody listening. Definitely the name is up in the air. So I'd be super interested to hear if there's a better name out there for them. But I'm at least calling them bookends for now. Basically what this does is take all of the lessons that other professors in Academy, right, product or professors that own product, and they're going to create lessons to help you learn, like, why is it important? How do you use it? And what does it successfully look like in motion? We add in these new videos, 1 to 2 videos on the existing lesson, and these are specifically built and exclusive to partners. So in addition to all the regular lesson content, you're also getting content on how to position and how to sell in a brief snippet video. And then we're also talking about potential services and then what a menu could look like for these new tools. So, and these are actually incorporated right into the lessons and again, gated for partners. So if demoing sounds scary and you don't know which way to go, we can actually, I guess move you over to these bookend videos and they're already in the lessons you're probably going through already, if that makes sense.
It totally makes sense, and I want to break it down like this. Look, some of you, and there's nothing wrong with this, but some new agencies literally are like, hey, I want to be able to provide contextual marketing as a service at my agency. And you go through and you take the contextual marketing, and it's awesome. And you're like, cool, we know how to do it, but what the heck do we do with it as an agency and a service? There's going to be those bookends. It might be content marketing. It might be email marketing. It might be any of the other, 20 certifications that you can get with HubSpot that they're going to make this now feel like, how do we plug it in to our agency, which is absolutely amazing. I want to step away from the new tools. I want to step away from maybe HubSpot Academy for one hot second. I want you to just take a moment, Kevin, and talk to those people who are sitting here and going, man, those tools sound really good. I've never really thought about partnering with HubSpot. Give them the, 1 to 3 minute what, why, how of becoming a partner, how they do it, why they do it, what they should do to get started. That conversation, yeah. I think it's needed, and then we'll dive back into the tools.
Well, yeah, I would point you in probably two places to start. Well, one, if you just go to the partner section of the HubSpot website, it does a pretty good job of explaining some of the benefits and why, if you're an agency, you would want to join, right? I think at the end of the day, we want to just help you demonstrate ROI to your clients, keep clients, and increase the size of your retainers or, put more profit or revenue in your pocket, right? Like at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. That's where the consultants come in. That's where all the partner exclusive resources come in. But I would definitely point you first to the partner section of the HubSpot website, and it does a pretty good job of explaining it. The second place I would point you is the HubSpot Partner Directory. And honestly, I would challenge, if anybody's interested in becoming a partner, if they want to learn more, go to the directory, sort by tier status, find one of those top tier partners, and just try and talk to them. I bet they would tell you nothing but positive things. They would explain their experiences thus far. Maybe they can talk to George. Maybe you can point them to Remington. But, I'm just saying, find a partner that seems to have gone through the program, maybe one of those OGs, and they can tell you about their experience. And actually, one CTA there in regards to the directory, we've actually opened up an entire agency directory, so you don't have to be a HubSpot partner to still get a directory listing. And so I think that's just, without any other commitment level, that's an opportunity for you to demonstrate what your expertises are, what you offer as an agency, what you service, if there's any industries or geographics that you align towards, and you can increase your visibility there. So I guess the third CTA, or the third place to go, the agency directory, and definitely think about putting your agency on there.
Yeah, definitely. I will say, be careful putting yourself on the directory without being a partner. There is a real good reason to be a certified partner. I remember back in the day when we first got started, and yes, I guess I would call myself an old guy when it comes to inbound and HubSpot. Like we positioned like, I don't know, should we, shouldn't we? And then we got that certification, and the things that we learned was like fundamental to the growth of the agency that I worked with at that point. I want to talk, Kevin, about strategy for a second. Why would we talk about partners without talking about strategy? We're going to do that for a hot minute. Like,
let's do it.
Back in the day, right? And still today, you can basically sell basic, professional and enterprise, and you kind of had to figure out this crazy matrix of like which one was the right fit for the person you're trying to sell it to. And now there's this thing that we've got going on that is the marketing and sales starter. And actually, there's some pretty nice tools for like a super low price. I'm curious. I just want to hear from your perspective, somebody that is a HubSpotter, somebody in the walls of HubSpot. Like, how does that change the game for people who are trying to sell HubSpot? And how do you think that fits into like, well, shoot, like you've got this easy, and I use air quotes, kind of inbound marketing and sales gateway drug that then you can bump them up to basic or professional or enterprise over time. Like, talk to us about that, because I think there's a lot of partners out there that are like, I don't understand where this fits in.
Yeah. No, I think Marketing Starter, obviously to your point, it just recently relaunched, and it's a great example, right? So if I'm thinking, like, if I'm in the shoes of an agency, maybe I have this prospect, we're going through, my normal sales process. Obviously maybe they've converted on my website. We've had that connect call, the explore call, and now I'm trying to like advise and give them that right solution. But all of a sudden I realize they can't swing the investment not only for my agency's full services, right? Obviously, we offer a robust menu of services, and that comes at an investment cost. And then this technology cost too. Okay, that's expensive. Maybe I don't understand the value quite yet. And so all of that investment, all of that money that you're looking to have me pay each month, timing-wise, revenue-wise, it's not a fit, right? Well, okay. Marketing Starter, a great collection of tools in one subscription at a very low cost of $50 a month, and it gives our agency partners an opportunity to provide a lighter weight retainer around that. So it's not just low investment doesn't mean low impact or low effectiveness, right? You can still offer effective retainers and effective services. Like if I think about Marketing Starter, I can implement conversion opportunities on my website, right? Forms, lead flows, exit intent, subscription opportunities, all of that. I can send email for the first time ever. So $50 a month, I have a drag and drop email editor, right? And then you obviously get all the reports and analytics behind your website on top of all this. Now, right? I mean, getting started with marketing and getting started right, it's never been harder, right? I mean, I've been looking at the MarTech 5000, right? The infographic, and just 7,000 vendors and 7,000 technologies. And if I'm somebody who's never really invested in marketing before, like where the heck do I get started? Not only do I have to find a forms tool, I have to qualify all the forms tools to try and find the best one, likely the one that's the cheapest. On top of that, I have to find a place to have my website. I have to find a place to send my emails. And they're all tools that aren't connected, right? Like they're all these different tools. Next thing you know, one goes from free to premium, one goes through an update and is no longer synced to my website. So it's a very confusing landscape, and I think Marketing Starter definitely solves for that. And never mind, it's on top of the free CRM, and I think it still contains enough tools and enough functionality for agency partners to deliver great services on top of it all.
So I'm super curious because kind of going back into the tools, if people, agencies, they're out there and they want to know more about the Marketing Starter and everything that you can do with that, have you guys created some educational resources just specifically around that?
Yeah, for sure. So Courtney Sumbler, she's the professor for, she handles email marketing. She just updated and relaunched an entire email certification. So that definitely talks about best practices and is a perfect lead-in to the new Marketing Starter and the new email tool. We actually have a demo like a pro for Marketing Starter as well. So if you want to learn some additional content on how to position, how to walk through it, what does an effective point-and-click demo look like, it's all in there as well. And certainly keep an eye out for those bookend videos for the email marketing and Marketing Starter very soon as well.
Yeah, Kevin, this has been absolutely amazing. I think there's a ton of value in here. I think that people need to understand the tools are being updated. People need to understand, if they're not a partner, why they want to be a partner with HubSpot. And I just want to give you the opportunity to add just hashtag one more thing. So if you're talking to the OGs, if you're talking to the new partners, if you're talking to the potential folks about the HubSpot partner agency life, and value, like what's that hashtag one thing that you want to leave them with?
Yeah, so I don't know. I might want to break it out for each one of the three segments we've talked about, right? I would say for potential agencies, right? Maybe you're an agency, maybe you offer marketing or sales or customer experience services to some degree. You're not a partner. Well, first, I think I've already mentioned it. Go talk to an existing partner and get a feel for their experience, right? And I would also just go through the Learning Center and Academy, regardless of if you're a customer or not, if you're a partner or not. There's a ton of free education there to help anybody learn how to start and grow a business. Inbound marketing, inbound sales. We just launched a new track in regards to business writing. So there's a ton of content that's not gated for partners, and it's all free. So that's what I would say for anybody who's thinking about becoming a partner or anything. Go see the free content that's already in the Learning Center. For our new partners or partners that are just getting started, I would definitely go take the agency partner certification and guided client onboarding track. So those are the net new, updated, brand new tracks. Those are gated for partners. They're going to teach you how to market, sell, deliver services, and grow better. And it's going to teach you how to create repeatable, scalable processes. So I can't recommend those two tracks enough. And then for the OGs, the Georges of the world, take advantage of all of this net new enablement content that we're launching. You're getting the beta access, so pair it with the demo like a pro, become the experts, maintain your status as some of our top partners, the masters of HubSpot. And then what I would actually say as a CTA for you as well, like go be the first agency who's offering services around a new product or around a new feature set, and then let HubSpot know. Obviously we're looking for case studies and we want to talk to people. I want to talk to people who've mastered new functionalities, new tools. So go be the leading expert in something and then definitely let us know. I can imagine there's an opportunity to extract some learnings from those OGs.
Oh, absolutely. We may know a thing or two. Like, I love being the old guy that sits on the porch and just waxes poetic about the good old days. But anyway, Kevin, this has been amazing. I do want to thank you for being on the show today. Sprocket Talk listeners and viewers, they thank you as well. Here's the thing. If they have more questions, if they want to reach out to you, where do you want to send them on the interwebs to connect with you?
Yeah, so I would say Twitter and LinkedIn are probably the best networks. I'm always happy to have a conversation. Find Twitter feels like public conversations. LinkedIn direct messages feel a little more private. So pick the channel that's best for you. Twitter, I'm at Kevin_Dunn. And then on LinkedIn, I'm in /HubSpot Kevin. So find me either place. Happy to connect. I love talking about this stuff. I love talking to partners. So please come find me and let's have a chat.
Well, Sprocket Talk viewers and listeners, this has been another interview with the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Dunn from HubSpot Academy partner program. Here is the thing. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcast app, make sure you go over to iTunes, leave a rating and review. We like kind words, and we like 5 stars. Actually, we like any stars. If you're watching this on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, make sure you hit like, subscribe, the bell, whatever button you want to hit to let us know you're around. We love the engagement. We love the interaction. And of course, you know me. I'm George B. Thomas from Sprocket Talk, a.k.a. Impulse Creative, saying go out into the world. Make sure you're figuring out if this partner thing is a good fit for you and what you should be doing with it. And of course, make sure you do some happy HubSpotting.